Hello, welcome to Bible Reviews and More. My name is Pastor Jeff. I just want to do a bit of a part two on this Life Application Study Bible by Tyndale. It's also through Zondervan. It is the third edition, and what I'd like to point out in this part two of this Life Application Study Bible review is the actual notes down the bottom, the commentary notes here. These notes, commentary notes, are more to apply to yourself. They actually do talk about the verses and what those verses meant in the time that they were written, but also how they apply to our life today. For instance, John chapter 10, verses 3 to 5, the commentary notes down the bottom say, Jesus' sheep recognize his voice. A person's voice conveys more than words. It conveys intent. Sometimes it speaks warmth, comfort, and encouragement. Sometimes it provides a warning. Ancient Middle Eastern shepherds were known for calling each of their sheep by name, and each sheep would respond to its own name. And here's where we apply it to ourselves. When we read Jesus' words in the Gospels, we must listen for the caring shepherd behind them. Jesus knows your name. Hear his call. So you can see in a lot of that's referring to John chapter 10, verses 3 to 5. So with a lot of these commentary notes, as I said, it's actually talking about what's going on, but also how we can apply that to ourselves as well. Now, whereas that's the Life Application Study Bible, but when we get back to the NIV, fully revised edition, large print, this is from Zondervan, New International Version as well. You see those verses there, John chapter 10, verses 3, and it's sort of split up there a little bit on 3. Gatekeeper, apparently in charge of a large sheep pen where several flocks were kept. His voice, the sheep responded only to the voice of their own shepherd. His own sheep, shepherds did not call sheep randomly, but only by those that belonged to them. Verse 4, he goes on ahead, Palestinian shepherds led their sheep. They did not drive them, and the sheep followed because they knew their own shepherd's voice. So not really how to apply it to ourselves, but it actually lets you know exactly what was going on regarding those verses. So there's the difference there between these commentary notes of the NIV Study Bible, the fully revised edition, which we have done a review on this channel, and the Life Application Bible, which gives you those commentary notes applying more to, or rather saying how you can apply those verses more to your life. As you notice, the cross references are just in the middle here in the gutter, but when you lay the Bible flat, that's okay. You've got your main texts just comfortably in an area where you can read. You've got the maps right throughout, as I pointed out before. Just one thing I'd like to clarify compared to the last review I did on this Life Application Study Bible. You can see right through this Bible, right through from the Old Testament, Genesis, right through to Revelation, they're highlighting people who appear throughout the readings. Mary Magdalene, for instance. Now, I said you can have a Bible dictionary beside you, which is a good idea. And I think you really do need to have that beside you as well. This talks about Mary Magdalene, but it also talks about how you can apply some aspects of Mary's life to your own as well. So that's interesting. And we can take some parts out of her life and her devotion and apply that to our life as well. Same with John and other apostles. We can take aspects out of their lives and we can apply that to ourselves as well. So here's Luke. Here's a good overview on the Gospel of Luke. The purpose, the author, the original audience, the date written, AD 60, the setting, the key verses in there, the key people. So the key people, Jesus, Elizabeth, Zachariah, that'll all be highlighted, all these key people in here. There's Elizabeth there, and she's been highlighted. You can read about Elizabeth there, briefly read about her, and how we can apply some aspect of her life to our life as well. For instance, down the bottom here, the last paragraph, Elizabeth whispered her praise as she cared for God's gift. Knowing about Mary, knowing about Mary must have made her marvel at God's timing. Things had worked out even better than she could have planned. And then here's how we can apply that. We too need to remember that God is in control of every situation. And there's a bit of a question here. When did you last pause to recognize God's timing in the events of your life? So very, very good application Bible. I love it. I think it's wonderful. It is not a red letter edition. The words of Jesus are not in red. There's a harmony of the Gospels in here as well, which is really handy. For instance, Jesus teaches about serving others and then where we can find those verses in the various Gospels. And there is a harmony of the Gospels. This is a leather look cover, by the way, and gilding. Only one ribbon on there, but that's okay. One ribbon's all right. You can, if you really need a second ribbon, well, just get just buy a ribbon uptown and just stick it in where you want to stick that ribbon in. The harmony of the Gospels, as you saw in the Life Application Study Bible, and I'm just going to try to get to the harmony of the Gospels in this one here. See this NIV Study Bible, the fully revised edition, which I'm going through now. You see beautiful colour photographs, and there's the harmony of the Gospels in this one here. And this is more colourful, as you can see. The crippled woman healed on the Sabbath, where that appeals in the Gospels. Jesus blesses children and objections, where that appears in the Gospels right through there. So it's very, very concise. I love both of these Bibles. Truly, the NIV Study Bible, fully revised edition. This is the large print. I think it's a 9-point something font. And this one here is the Life Application Study Bible with those study notes and highlights of the various people who appear in these accounts, how we can apply some of their life to ourselves. So here's Goliath, and there's an explanation on Goliath, what his life was like, who he was, and here we go with an application. How unfortunate that we face our world each day on its terms and too often trial to wield its weapons. God's weapons are not as obvious, but they never fail us. And there's a question, are you making full use of the spiritual armour that God has equipped you with? So definitely an application study Bible, and also the commentary. A lot of these commentaries talk about what's actually going on, but also how we can apply some of those verses to our life as well. So 2 great Bibles there. I just wanted to do a bit more on this Life Application Study Bible, the 3rd edition by Tyndale, and just to bring you back to the comparison of the NIV Study Bible, fully revised edition, which is the large print. So there they both are. Thank you for watching. Really appreciate it. Back soon with another review. Bye for now.